Tarot. I want to do a live reading on Liam Payne and his tragic death. I think it was last week when it actually happened. He's one of the bandmates from One Direction. They're a little like past my time. I'm a little too old to be into that era of music, but I know who he is, and I heard about the passing, and it's just really sad that he fell off of a balcony. He had the world at his fingertips. He had a career, he had money, he had fame, seemingly everything that people would want to make them happy. So I want to look into what happened. I know he was in Argentina with his girlfriend, and then I believe she left, and then I'm not sure how long he stayed in Argentina without her before his passing, but people at the hotel saw him acting erratic. I guess there was a man named Roger around him, like dropping off substances for him, goodies, some kind of weird connection there. And then he was also seen with 2 females the same day that he passed, but I'm told, according to news reports, they left about an hour before his passing. So I'm wondering, did something set him off? Did something happen to make him erratic and emotional? And this was an intentional deletion? He jumped? Or is this he was just mixing too many substances? I think they found 4 different substances in his body. Nose candy, a different kind of like pink nose candy, benzos, and something else. So he had like a concoction. So that definitely could have been it. He might have just been losing it and fell. Anyway, but I just want to look into this situation because it's a little strange, and I feel like when it's potentially an accident or self-deletion, I think they should be investigated to make sure it's just not being made to look that way. Especially when someone's well known. I think everyone, you should look into every death, and in my opinion, make sure that's what actually happened. Look at this. The devil popped out. Hi, you guys. If you jump in, I'm just doing a true crime reading on Liam Payne's death. We're going to try to dig into what happened. Let's get the overall energy. What's coming out right now is the devil, so that's not good. Definitely substances were involved. He might have had some kind of addiction to these substances is what I'm seeing here as well. King of Wands. Some of this had to do with the pride and his rise and fall from what he seemed as fame. He was on to such a high with his fame with One Direction. I think he was struggling to feel that same level of satisfaction in his personal career doing solo music. I didn't see how these felt, so I'm going to take them up, right? Yeah, it's like, this is the energy is like idle hands are the devil's play work, or whatever that saying is. It's like he had too much pride and too many addictions, he was addicted to the fame, the attention, the notoriety, and sitting on his hands wasn't satisfying him. He's used to being the top dog, used to being the big guy. He was still coming down off of the high from being so famous in One Direction is how I'm seeing it. I think this was plaguing him in some kind of way, or he was struggling with accepting this change or just redirecting his career. I feel like it's sad because he was just in a transition period, and it's either he gave up or something tragic happened. 7 of Pentacles. He wasn't seeing the results he wanted from his music. I'm not sure if he put out a whole album. You guys can let me know in the comments. I think he was working on new music or had released some, and it didn't do very well, or it didn't do as well as he wanted it to. Let me just ask, was there any kind of foul play, or is this just something that happened? Nine of Swords is definitely mental fatigue. It could be paranoia. It could be over mixing substances. Could be a psychosis kind of thing. Like you're doing too much, or you're starting to get fried in your brain. Justice card. This might have been some kind of karma, maybe from a past life, maybe for something he did to someone else, maybe how he was handling the people that supported him, or not being thankful for the things that he did have. This might have been an over excess of pride led to this dissatisfaction. If he would have actually looked at his life from most people's eyes, he was very fortunate, very blessed. It's like he was so used to having more that he couldn't see how good he actually had it, which is sad. A lot of this also came down to comparing himself, is what I'm seeing, the Page of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Maybe he couldn't handle the criticism of his new album and music being compared to his bandmates like Zayn and who's the other popular one? Harry Styles. Like, it just might have been too much for him. Feeling like the lesser popular dude, or I don't know, this is sad. This is sad that like comparison actually just destroyed everything that he did have. I'm seeing this as a lot of this was just, maybe he was online too much, looking at the criticisms or comparison. I think he was getting inside his own head here with the Nine of Swords. I'm going to take these falling cards, okay? Three of Swords, Two of Swords. Some of this had to do with his love life, a potential pregnancy. Somebody he was with might have been pregnant, or he might have gotten someone else pregnant that he wasn't with. Like, didn't he get a past girlfriend pregnant and then he left her because he didn't want to be with her? Am I thinking of someone else? Like, to me, that's messed up. Is he just assuming she got an abortion, or did she keep the baby? I don't really know his backstory, so let me know in the comments. Part of this, I think he did have a son, so maybe he was struggling being a father and trying to balance fame. Four of Swords, he didn't like feeling tied down. I feel like he loved his son, but he was struggling to fit into both, to juggle like being a father and like feeling good about that, and also to like promote his career. I think he was juggling the two personas as he saw it. Like, he couldn't really blend the two. He was struggling there. Maybe just because of his age, he was younger. Ten of Pentacles. This also came down to money. Someone might have betrayed him, or he felt like a deal should have gone through and it didn't, or someone made more money than him, or a manager might have betrayed him, or somebody that was like handling his contracts. He didn't feel like he got his fair cut of something. He was upset. He might have lost money, or some of his music might have not done as well as expected. There's a loss of money here. Ten of Cups. Maybe he had to pay too much child support to his ex, because this could have been family related. Ooh. I'm kind of trying to dig into like what was going on that led up to this situation, because obviously we know he fell, or what I think he fell. He was intoxicated, and it seemed like he was partying without his current girlfriend. So I don't know if they got into a fight, if he was just overwhelmed with his life situation. I'm trying to dig into like what led him to use that day. Has this been an ongoing thing? Was he struggling with addiction? Did he just jump because he was so out of his mind? Did he feel hopeless? Did he literally just trip? How did this happen? He did throw his computer, right? Or he got into some kind of altercation in the lobby where he was like slammed his computer, or he was mad. So he was mad about something that he saw, maybe some potential blackmail, some hate comments, a business deal gone wrong, something he saw or was communicated with upset him, is what I'm seeing with the Hermit here. Five of Pentacles, that did come out in reverse. So he wanted to, like, somebody was shutting him out. Maybe he was starting to have custody issues over his son, or he might have been fighting with his girlfriend, or even feeling distance from his old bandmates or people his supporters. I think he was feeling like a lack of love. Like, Five of Pentacles is feeling left out, and this is reversed. So he was trying to, okay, some of this is like nursing his emotional wounds. Like, I've seen this as like he had women around him to placate to his emotional wounds. He had substances. Like, some part of this was like acting out. Like, almost like a toddler throwing a fit. And I don't want to disrespect the dead. I'm just trying to explain his like state of mind, how this happened. So I don't mean any offense by that. I'm just trying to explain it as I'm seeing it. It's partially him just like acting out. Instead of like, do the right thing, let's go to therapy, blah, blah. This was like a moment of, I'm so upset, I'm so pissed, this isn't right, I can't deal with this. Stuff isn't going my way. I think it was like a culmination of boom, boom, boom with his career. I think something happened with his girlfriend. Maybe she caught him cheating with these women. Or I don't know. Somebody said there was also like a disagreement about payment, so maybe they were actual like escorts, or I'm not sure. So something might have gone down there. Nine of Cups. This is, to me, looking at like an excess. He was drinking too much, partying too much, taking too many things. The Emperor. Yeah, he was used to overindulging. I think he was struggling to kind of like settle down or temper down his like playboy party side, because he was so used to like everyone just fawning over him when he was in one direction. Five of Cups. He wasn't getting the same accolades, attention. It's like he knew he wasn't as famous as he used to be, and this was starting to hit him really hard, and he couldn't quite grip it. I don't know, like this fame was tied to this group that he's no longer a part of, and he was struggling to feel the same satisfaction on his own, and this was just really hurting his pride and ego, and which is understandable. It's a natural thing to go through, but instead of working through it, he was having a moment of weakness is what I'm seeing, and acting out. I don't think this was intentional. Queen of Pentacles. Female energy might have something to do with this. I think either the women he was quarreling with on site at the hotel, there was 2 women allegedly, or maybe this is his mother being disappointed in him, his baby mama, his ex, or his partner. It might have been all of them. Maybe his baby mama was mad at him. Maybe his girlfriend got mad at him. Maybe these women weren't fawning over him, and they were supposed to make him feel better about all this. It's just like he wasn't getting the hit that he needed out of these activities that used to satisfy or distract him from his pain or his disappointments. It's like escapism to the extreme because of his fame and his money and his not opportunity, but his access to stuff, being famous. It was like overkill. Knight of Wands. Hi you guys. Hey, what's up? I see you in there, Shaggy. What's up? I'm doing a reading on Liam Payne. I'm trying to dig into his motive and his state of mind, and if this was accidental or not. 6 of Pentacles. I think part of him was having self-deletion thoughts during this episode. I don't necessarily think this was planned. I think it was kind of a spiral is how I'm seeing it. It's like Knight of Wands is like a rash action, working out your feelings. 6 of Pentacles is like an innocent exchange. You think like, if I take this, I'll feel better. If I do this, almost like he's thinking death was the only way out of this dilemma. I think it was looking as like a tempting option to him because he was feeling so low at the time. Again, maybe like hitting some kind of like psychosis because of the substances he was on. I don't think this was intentional or pre-planned, not on his part. It was like the perfect storm of his emotional state, the grief he was in over disappointments going on, and then I think the substances like emboldened him to think that this was a good idea. Oh gosh. Yeah, Judgment. Okay, was this intentional or did he fall? Was this intentional or did he fall? Oh my god, the cards are going everywhere. The World card, Ace of Swords. Stop. Strength card. 5 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Part of this is like a cry for attention. I don't know if in his drugged out mind he didn't think he was gonna actually lose his life or just get injured, but it's like part of it might have been a cry for attention, like dangling on the balcony or being out there or anything like that. I don't know if he jumped or just slipped. Maybe it was supposed to be like a dramatic attempt that was going to get him some kind of attention with the World card here and the Judgment and the Strength, but it's something didn't go as planned. I'm looking at it as like these are the voices in his head kind of messing with him, taunting him. Six of Cups. This might have been stemmed from some kind of childhood wound. Fear of abandonment, I'm thinking. Feeling unworthy of love. This isn't anything against his parents. I'm just thinking this is something he dealt with no matter what his upbringing was. I'm not sure of his background. Nine of Pentacles, Three of Wands. I don't know. Some part of him decided to do this. I don't think it was a sober decision, obviously, but I think he might have leaped. He might have jumped. Can you confirm it, Spirit? Can you confirm it for me? Did he jump? I don't know if you can even call this intentional if someone is intoxicated, because like what state is his mind truly in? Six of Wands. He felt like a failure. Somebody was hounding him. He was taking a lot of criticism to heart, maybe reading bad comments, reviews, criticism from family, friends, people around him. There was somebody kind of grating at his pride and he couldn't quite take it. The Tower. The Tower reverse is interesting. He like thought this would help in some kind of way. It's like he wanted to go out, like he could get some kind of notoriety in his passing if he felt like a failure in his life. Like this is truly sad. He's thinking the only thing left he can maybe contribute is some kind of fame in his passing. I don't know if he was doing this in some kind of psychotic daze where he was thinking this would be good for his son. He would get more money or life insurance, or his music would be worth more if he was gone. I feel like there was like literally like demons taunting him, like just end it. This is a good idea. You're worthless. If you're better, people are better off without. Like he was, I can see him on the ledge or out. I could see him kind of spinning and spiraling in his hotel room. At some point he ended up on the balcony, and it's like he's very dazed, and I'm seeing it as these voices were taunting him to do this, and he was just out of his mind enough to listen or to believe what they were saying. This is really tragic. Yeah, I don't think this was planned. I think he just spiraled. Like he had a mental, like he was mentally snapping because of the pressure, the stress, the drugs, the situation, the fights with people in the lobby, the women, possibly his girlfriend, his baby mama, his ex. I think there was even like some kind of family issues going on. I don't know if this was between his ex who he has a child with. Queen of Wands reversed. He was having issues with women, and this was getting to him. Like he was used to being like the playboy, mega guy. I'm seeing this as he slipped, potentially took a step. I don't think this was intentional is what I'm trying to say. I don't think he planned it out. I think he got in this situation. It all accumulated on him. He was intoxicated and it happened. I gotta go, you guys. I gotta clock off. I gotta sign off. My kiddo's awake. But that's what I'm seeing. If you want to dig in this further, you guys, I can. Thank you for watching. I will upload this, and I'll see you guys next time.